Howdy all, and welcome to Lax Lives. I think it's time we play a little 7 Days Die. Alright. I've died again. Oh no. The game has taken all my stuff. Again. I don't know if it thinks it's funny or what, but I'm gonna take some of this coal to power my forge here. Okay, I need some steel. Much as you can make, I guess. So disappointing. Yeah, I was, ooh, hey, you know what? Is my paintbrush still here? It is. Does my paintbrush still contain? It does not. But let me change it. What are you doing, guy? Oh, I don't have any paint. Oh. Sorry, I didn't remember how this worked, alright? There you go. I was thinking the paintbrush got loaded and then... No, now what are you doing? You're just being stupid. What is that? What is that? Why does he do that? So yeah, this is what went down. I decided to run back here and make myself electric fences, and then I needed some lumber to cook with. I needed some fuel, and I wanted to use lumber like I normally do. And so I ran out to get some lumber, and while I was out gathering lumber, a horde attacked me at night, and I was right over there. The problem is that's not where my bed, or my bed was not here at home. And so I spawned way far from home. I spawned down here. And that is not close to home. And so I tried to run home and died. And then I tried to run home again, only this time I accidentally had punched some grass. And so in my bag were 2 plant fibers. And so when I died, it dropped another blue bag. And so the game switched my markers from the bag with all of my good stuff to the blue bag with 2 plant fibers. And so after I retrieved my 2 plant fibers, there were no more blue bag symbols on my map. And I have just spent close to 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, wandering around over by where I died, looking for said blue bag, and I cannot find it. So, yes, that is where I'm at the moment. I am very not happy about it. This is the second time this has happened to me in this map. That I was killed multiple times, and the game apparently used that as an excuse to remove my good items. Now, obviously, the game is not out to get me or anything like that. The game is not that smart. But it is an annoying change, if it is a change, or a super annoying glitch, if it is a glitch. Because it used to give you multiple markers. Well, it gave you 1 blue bag marker, but as soon as you collected that blue bag, the next blue bag would appear on your map. So obviously I have blue bag markers. So where's my other blue bag marker game? The one with all my good stuff. And why did you think it was okay to take it away from me? Because that is both... I have no sniper rifle now. Not that I use it that often, but it is my favorite weapon in the game. It is super rare. In fact, for me, the sniper rifle has been more rare than the rocket launcher. And I am very, very perturbed at my lack of... thereof of my sniper rifle. Anyways, yeah. So, while I wait for some steel to cook up so I can start making my gear over here, obviously I can't really work on much because I don't have any tools, and so I did make the electric posts, but I've got to get the metals so that I can build a new electric tool so that I can even work with them. Looks like none of my mushrooms are ready. That's not helpful there, aloe vera. Oh, we got 2 aloe vera. Look at all the yucca, man. Plant those things around your house, nothing can get through it. Alright. Okay, she got enough here to... Yeah, see, look. 11! I made 11 electric fence posts. I need an axe. I do not have enough wood, I'll bet. I need 10 wood, so I've got to go punch some trees. Why didn't I paint that spot by the ladder? I thought I had. Why is that spot blank? So yeah, I just, I came out and I went this way. And, so somewhere out here, somewhere right in this area here, if I can find enough rocks here to make a stupid stone axe for a minute. How many do you need to make a stone axe? I need 4 stones to make a stone axe. And... Alright, we gotta find one more in here. I think that'll probably go a little faster than what I was doing. Yeah. I managed to finish a couple of book series over the weekend. I think I finished the one last week, and then I spent like all day yesterday reading a book, or books, plural. I don't know, I just had one of those days where I didn't want... What actually happened was I spent way too much time the night before reading the book, and then I keep thinking that right there is my blue bag, but... Somewhere out here is possibly my blue bag. I did chop down a tree. I remember that much. And then I got jumped by a bunch of zombies. I didn't kill any of them either. I was on my axe, and one appeared in front of me, and then I swapped to my club, and then I waited and waited and waited, and my club never swapped. You know how it does. And it takes so long to swap that the 80 billion zombies around me had beaten me to death before I could finish swapping. But yeah, so I read a book series called The Rune Universe. It was interesting. I enjoyed it for the most part. It was about an alien network that connects everything across the universe, and humans had detected the signal, and they were trying to... I'm just giving one last little glance around to see if I didn't wander farther afield than I thought. No. Yeah, I don't see it. It's usually pretty noticeable. Although I'm terrible at finding that stuff, so... they couldn't quite figure out what it was, but they thought maybe it was a VR signal, and they had to build a... I don't really recall from the book series how it happened, but somehow they applied a virtual reality space sim-based space universe game on top of the signal. Oh, jeez, that scared me. Apparently that zombie tried to get me. So they people were playing the game and didn't realize that it was running on the alien network, and so they this kid bequeathed his friend upon his death a mystery and his VR gear, and so his friend had to solve the mystery. Which was, the first book was pretty good. By kid, I mean they were like 17 years old. But he activated the signal that alerted the rest of the universe that the humans were there. And, oh, that's made out of forged iron. Oh, I was thinking that was all made out of steel. Cancel that. I need forged iron. Steel's just for my tools. Yeah, I don't even have any... Oh, crossbow. Oh, man. I lost so much stuff. That's so infuriating. Alright, so I need an axe. I need a pickaxe. I need a shovel. I need... Let's see, the hammer is forged. I need a... what is that even called? A wiring tool? Okay, that takes 3 mechanical parts. Okay, and that stuff's going to take a minute or so. Then there's a short story that's about one of the characters, but it doesn't really have anything to do with what's going on. And then I read an omnibus that had the whole series in it. And then there was the next book. They discovered in the Rune universe coding schematics and software, but they weren't exactly sure what it did. And so there were multiple countries and corporations fighting over who was going to get to activate it. Not everybody had access to it all. Did I paint this as... I don't remember doing that. I must have? No, I don't think I did. I think the game just glitched. I don't remember doing that. And so, The and you haven't finished anything yet. Ugh. The anyways, it turned out to be a translation machine, and what it did was it made a copy of a person and then merged that copy with a copy of an alien, and then because they were one thing, they shared a mind, and so all their concepts merged. And so then when they pulled them apart, then they could understand each other because they shared the same concepts, just with it had a lot to do with the way the mind perceives things. It wasn't in depth or anything. It's just, you know, when you think of the color blue and someone else thinks of the color blue, they're actually thinking of two different things. And so concepts are hard. And so if you share concepts, then it's easier with the language. And then on top of that, it only worked as a copy of a single person, and it had to be the guy who activated the signal, according to everybody in the book. And so it had to be a copy of a person because then only the copy of the person would understand what the copy was saying, because they would share the same concepts, and so translating alien concepts into human concepts, you could only get perfect understanding if you then shared those concepts with the person who understood what you meant by what you were saying, is what the book basically was saying. And so anyways, then in the third book they had a whole a guy was killed in the second book but managed to make a copy of himself, and the copy went Agent Smith on him, started making copies of himself and tried to destroy the entire network by overloading it with copies of himself for some reason. The first book was pretty good, and then it just the farther it went, the weirder it got, and the less good, I guess, it was for me. And then the other book series I read like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and that was 4 books in a series that's still ongoing, called what was that called? It was I don't know how this fencing stuff works. How far apart can I go? 1, 2, 3. We'll try one with 3. Whoops. Dang it. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll try one out to here, because maybe I can just surround my whole base with just a few things once my electric tool gets finished. I should check to see if maybe I have a backup electric tool. I did have copies of some things. Like, I already have a hammer, so I don't need another hammer. In fact, I got 2 hammers. But yeah, I don't see a copy of that electric tool. So yeah, I've only got the one. I got lots of chainsaws though. I'm gonna go get some wood with this chainsaw. I could use some more wood. And so while they were oh yeah, other book series. And the other book series was Alpha Company. It was the name of the series. I enjoyed that one. They're experimenting with their first long-term VR capsules, and they decide to take a guy who's in jail for life. He's got a life sentence, and so they offer to let him live out his life sentence in the virtual reality game to test how long a person can stay in a virtual reality capsule without coming out of it. And so And so they, they put him in and he plays the game. The only, it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's one of the better ones of those lit RPG series I've been really reading lately. I do have an issue with some of the things that goes down in them. I don't mind the occasional stat sheet to let me know what their stats are like, although it doesn't really translate into anything. Like you're telling a story, I have no idea what those numbers mean. It's not like I'm playing the game. I have no idea what's going on. And, man, I was kind of hoping... There's a wire tool. Look at that. I did have a backup wire tool. What is all the yellow for? I was wondering if this light that's in here is also something I can connect to. Seriously, what is all that yellow? Oh, that's the range of my submachine gun, right? Well, they won't let me connect to that one. Oh, sweet! That's what I was wondering. I was wondering if I could connect... Why can't I connect to this one? That's cool. I didn't even think about it until I was wandering around through here, and I'm like, hey, can I just connect up to this thing here? And I can, so that gives me light downstairs. But not that one. It doesn't want to connect to that one. Or that one. But it did connect to this one. Cool. So now, I need it to connect to this. Oh no! Back off! Oh. Ooh. Drop me a sniper rifle, you cheating game. Give me back my stuff. Okay, so now I need one more cable here. Oop, wrong side. Come on, give me a connector. Okay. And then I want to connect to this one that decided to lay on its side. And see if it can reach down to this one. It does. Sweet. Okay. So then I should be able to put one there. And then we'll connect to that one. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's my mine, so I can't put one down that side, but I should be able to do, like, one here. Seriously, is there a reason you don't want to just connect in that spot? Thank you. Okay, let's see if we can connect these together. I don't know, with it being so close to the ground that it'll, might be too far. Yeah, I think it was too far. It's alright, because I can just put another one here in the middle. You know, I right-clicked. How about you acknowledge that I'm selecting? It won't connect. Okay. I wonder if that's a distance thing or if that's a unpowered thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be way too far. Yep, I just saw that disconnect somewhere in there. I should have been a little more scientific about my distances here. This is too far. It will not connect this far. It'll connect this far. Not that far. This far, but not that far. So you do need a few poles. Wow, thanks for listening when I clicked. Nope, now you're just being stupid. I don't know how this is powered because you stopped from being connected to the ceiling there. Nope, it's not powered now. It is not powered. It unpowered itself. Because I don't understand how this system works. Nope. Alright, we're going to need one more in the front here to be able to connect through all that. And then I've got to go back upstairs and get the power line and bring it back down. So yeah, this one, he turns into a demon summoner is his class he winds up choosing, and so it's interesting, sort of. I liked it. It was fun. It does suffer from this weird thing I've noticed. Really, did you just disconnect all? No, just this wire here. Why won't you connect this? Oh, it's some kind of powered, not powered thing. Nope, because then that one just does it. Alright, well that's going to be fun to get set up once I get enough supplies. I definitely don't have enough supplies because each of those takes an electronic part, and I do not have the electronic parts anymore. I use them up. In fact, I think they take 2 electronic parts and I've only got 1 left, is my big issue. Yeah, so one of the things that goes on in these lit RPGs that I'm not a fan of is I like the idea that they're playing in a virtual world. I like the idea that it's run by AI, so everything's a little more dynamic than you get in an actual game. I really like the Ascendancy Online series, which is the first one I read of this kind of book. And because that book is within the framework of the game, but most of the other ones, they're special for some reason, and so they do things that aren't part of the game that give them extra power over what's going on that's not part of the game, and I don't like that. I don't hate it. You know, I mean, it's not like I'm writing the story, but you know, I would have preferred that my people who are trying to play a game would play the game and not somehow do things that aren't quite possible. And so, oh man, they took my helmet too. I have to make a new. I don't have a backup, right? Oh, I do have a backup right there. And so this guy, even if they did something that isn't supposed to be part of the game, I'd be fine with that. But it's the fact that they do something that's not part of the game that makes them super powered, and then the game patches to take out what they've done but they get to keep their special power that makes them different from everybody else. And so parts of it I really like, parts of it, eh. Although this one's not as bad as some of the others I've read, because I've read a bunch of these lit RPGs now. But I enjoyed it. I really liked it. The last couple of books, there's 4 books so far in the series. The last 2 are not as good as the first 2. Or maybe it's the last one. Maybe I'm just thinking. The last one isn't as good as the other ones. It's got a lot of romance stuff in it, which isn't really what I look for in my books. And I preferred. I mean, I don't dislike romance being in my books. That makes for a better story. Oh, are you kidding me? Could I get a ruling as to why I just dropped dead? It didn't even fall that far. I didn't land on my spikes. I didn't touch my... Maybe I was almost dead from being shocked. That could have been a thing. I just feel like I had just jumped off the building and was fine. I'm gonna go do it again. Yeah, I must have been down to 10 hit points, I guess. That's what it's telling me, right? Oh, club. I need my club. And, shoot, I forgot what I was saying. But, yeah, one of the ones I read was the Shaman books, and they that one was really bad for it because the guy would use game mechanics in ways that the game mechanics weren't designed to be used, and that really bothered me. Like, there's a crafting window, and then there's the spell casting window. They look different, but somehow he used them together to craft his spells so that he was able to use spells that he wasn't supposed to be able to. And I don't know. And so he was doing things he wasn't meant to be able to do because he was using parts of the game in ways that it wasn't meant to be used. And it wasn't like a bug, with just something he managed to do. Aw, dang it. Yeah, that time I deserved to die. I didn't mean to fall off the roof. But, yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to call it here. Yeah, I'm going to have to get some time to rebuild all my stuff, I guess. And, which sucks. Oh, wow. I don't have any iron either, apparently. So, yep. Click like, subscribe, share, and catch the next one. We'll talk to you later.